I'm Wendy from the movie couple.
I'm Tessa from Mama's Geeky.
And together, because of this movie, I sent her down the K-pop rabbit hole, and then I said, do you want to open a K-pop dedicated YouTube channel with me called K-pop Besties Podcast? And here we are.
Oh my gosh,
Hello.
congratulations.
It's because of you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. So I obviously love the movie. I'm obsessed with it. And I think for me, a song that was really impactful was How It's Done. Because it's the first song of the film. And I said, for non-K-pop fans who have this idea in their head, what they think K-pop's gonna sound like, this song is gonna change their mind. And I listened to it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's exactly what I was hoping it to be. It's got that like really sick rap verse, it's got the beat. Can you talk about the creation of that? What was the first iteration like? And also a little bit of working with Teddy from Black Label on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there were so many different like versions of that. It wasn't called How It's Done at first. It was called something else. That was actually like inspired by a song that I wrote, co-wrote with Daniel, like literally like 5 years ago. That was the first song we wrote.
But they actually boarded a lot of the plane sequence and all of that to this other
So
song.
again, we like kind of wrote the blueprint of kind of generally what music's gonna sound like in each scene. And then fast forward, we wrote many renditions, and we ended up kind of going back to that because
Yeah,
the
dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun was
yeah.
so hooky, and it worked so well with the film and the scene, like dun 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 3 times, 3 girls.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that was intentional.
But in the way you're saying too, like it was the first song in the movie, it had to hook you right away.
Yes.
You had to, like,
Had to be hooky.
yeah, hook literally.
Literally, yeah.
And so it just took a lot of,
A lot of
massaging.
rendition, and also just like a lot of massaging when it comes to like lyrical, like the concept wise, how it's done, getting there took a minute, but like once we got that, the verses and that stuff came really well,
A
like
little faster, yeah.
a lot faster, and important to put different sections and different types of melodies and rhythms because again, it's the fight scene. You need that movement in the scene and sonically, which thank goodness with my K-pop background, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
So I brought that in with that part, right? And then making sure the lyric with Mark saying like, okay, but make sure it's part of the story, make sure it's part of the scene.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Well, it's because like, and the raps that they do at the end, like the Mira and Zoe, it's like literally here's a paragraph of like a monologue from Zoe, like writing in her journal that she, with all her lyrics, and it's like here's what I always ramble and people always look at me funny and I have all these weird thoughts, and taking that and then it's like, how do we put this into 2 lines right now? How do we put Mira's and that it takes a minute to refine that, but you have the support of the filmmakers and everyone to like, try and figure it out. And Teddy and his track and Black Label made this incredible, like it slams you from.
It was like a lot of back and forth of that, which is like, we work remotely. Teddy and 24 and Ado, they were all in Korea, New York. We were in New York. That was the first song we worked on.
Brooklyn,
But yeah, and literally, like, we would work on it, and once it's approved, we would send it back, and they would bring us a cooler version of this, like, more, like, amplified version of the song, or add more tracks to it, and they would
Slightly different synth
Yeah,
line.
and then the directors would ask, can we have a bridge section, or this kind of section, and then that's when Teddy and all the other producers would kind of create that part for us to top line over. So yeah, and also with Danny Chung, he wrote those sick verses.
I mean, true. He basically did
It was so
something
hard.
about when you come from the ground that's so humbling. How like that?
I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does it.
Like
that
I
whole
heard
thing.
his voice memo and I was like, wow, like how are you doing this? It was so. I took so many takes for that. But yeah, it was like a hybrid of his raps and the raps that I did that made it a little easier.
Yeah. Because it's got to sit ultimately in
Yeah.
EJ's voice. I mean, even if it's ultimately sung by the other singers.
Like that contrast to heels, nails, mascara. It's way easier, guys.
Yeah. Take a breath.
Like the rap verse too, when you said, and I just wonder if this was wordplay, when you said yeah, I know in like the US we think yeah, but in Korea it could be like yeah, hey.
Oh,
Was it a double meaning or?
Ooh, I kind of want to say that it was.
Oh.
But no, it was just kind of what I just do kind of as a ad lib. Like, so then it kind of gets me into the flow of it,
Now, would you say that was the one that changed the most from the beginning? Or what song, like, changed completely from the first iteration to the last iteration? And can you tease it? with the keyboard since you have one?
We do have a keyboard. I mean,
we do.
We do. Unfortunately, like how it's done, I think probably was the one that changed the most. I mean, we had a whole song called "Diamonds Don't Die."
Yeah.
This is back when the group was called something else. But I don't even like was that there. It's hard to play some of these on piano.
Yeah.
Golden we
Track.
can do on piano, Mantra, the ballads, but like these other ones like you know.
Yeah.
Like I can play the synth riff or something, but like not like you know.
Yeah, it was like a different melody.
Wow.
But no, it's dun dun dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or die, yeah.
Yeah. Very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you show us how?
No, I know, but that's what.
before. But you said you could do golden.
That's so golden.
Well, golden basically it like melodically is what it. The bridge was a little bit different because it used to start with.
Oh, yeah.
One after the we're born to be. That used to start with. We are hunters, voices strong. That's who we're meant to be. Just hide away a few more days
and then I'll be free. Waited so long to take these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now and finally live like the girl they all see. And it was like no poison,
covering the poison that
sinked on my skin. I wonder if the darkness would win. Got far through all the darkness. Somehow I survived. Our voices are not, but now I
it's our
survive.
time. Yeah.
Really long.
Your voice is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Has anyone ever told
Major
you?
chill.
I know.
Just how
I'm like
gorgeous your
listening
voice
to it right here.
No.
It's amazing.
That was great. I feel like I need like the songwriter's cut of the album. Just 30 hours of all the songs that you guys worked on.
No, but that's part of is why it is what it is because we're finding it with Maggie and Chris and Ian, who was the music producer, and the edits, the notes. Sometimes we are like banging our head against the wall to figure out how to do them, but they all led to something better. What you see?
Yeah, because this bridge is great, but like it can be a little bit very long for a pop song, and it kind of melodically sounds more musical. You know, it kind of goes off from what the genre was, so it kind of feels it could feel random. Is what kind of was kind of the talk too.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of again give and take kind of situation would compromise with that.
And then to completely change vibes on you guys, I used Saja Boy's Your Idol to kind of lure her into the boy
Yes.
groups.
This is 18.
I mean, sure. I was like,
I
yeah,
sent
you
her
got
one
it.
song video, and that did it. I changed her entire algorithm.
Yes, that's true.
So can you talk just a little bit about the process of creating that?
Yeah, it was really fun because it was called something else called Black Cats, and we knew what was gonna be about. Obviously, it's when everyone's turned and then they become fully evil mode. So yeah, it kind of they sent the track. You know, Kush and Vince had their melodies on. Obviously, Teddy and 24 with their incredible track. Kind of sent us this really cool beat, and with the melodies, we took some of the ideas there, and again, everything was so remote. So when we took it, like, what I usually do is I kind of like brainstorm or freestyle a melody from top to finish, kind of inspired by what kind of was there, which was only like the verse melody, and then kind of did that, and that kind of came very naturally from the very beginning. And then I really wanted the choir to come out. But what was really cool was the idea came out when it was like, at the end, it goes like, I say it in the rough
I think
take.
because this is the
You can hear.
yes, like you can hear.
So that came, and I was like, idol's kind of creepy. And then I was like, oh wait, there's kind of a dark side to being an idol, because I was also training myself, so I kind of seen that side. And I was like, ooh, that's a cool concept. And when I have a concept down, that's when things get really easy. So I brought it to Mark, and Mark was like, that's freaking genius.
Yeah.
And the concept itself had like a double entendre, so we just kept spitting double entendres.
all the way through.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like you get kind of in conversation with Maggie and Chris and Ian and Michelle, like this is what the song needs to do for the moment. And so when EJ's like, idol, your idol, it's like,
And
that's gonna check all the boxes.
We wanted that choir, which is also kind of in the track hinted, more like sampled, but like I wanted an actual like choir,
Yeah.
cathedral, creepy sound. So that's kind of where the inspiration. So I put like a harmony, pray for me, no, like, and then like the beginning, like, I'll sing on and on. It was first gibberish actually.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
it was first the mantra, but like reversed, literally audio reversed, and,
Yeah.
and I layered melodies over that, and then that like fast food forward,
Fast food
forward.
McDonald's
I'm thinking about
forward.
food right now. I'm hungry. But fast forward, it got to like they were like, hey, can you put lyrics? And then you got the genius idea.
Well, actually, so Ian, was like, maybe there's a way to do like Dies Irae, which is this like Catholic like
Ian
Latin
genius.
mass. Yeah, and so I was like, okay, well, it's not quite the same melody, and but in a good way. Like I loved what EJ had laid down. So then I'm like, Google Translate Latin and running it through like 5 different translators to make sure I'm not screwing it up, but like adapting kind of this Catholic mass to mean something a little bit different, but that's kind of hopefully right for them at
Yeah.
the start of this thing.
And like the tracks were, I did record. I try to sound like a dude in my recording in the demo. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Well,
much fun.
It's. I mean, I love this movie. I've seen it. I couldn't even tell you how many times, and I cry every time.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
sharing
thank
all the
you guys so much.
tidbits
Of
with
course.
us. Love this
thank you
movie.
for asking.
Congratulations to you
course.
both.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good luck with this new K-pop channel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good
Yeah.
luck with the Oscars.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.